So yesterday I elected not to record, being that I felt like, you know what, I've achieved something that very few people are ever able to achieve, all right? I have successfully managed to just get that just mucho perfecto, just high of grandeur where it was like, God, I just feel good. Do I really want to interrupt that by talking, by trying to explain my thoughts and be like, oh, did I articulate that properly? You know? They want to have that going. So what did? I made the executive decision saying, you know what, fuck it. I don't care that we had a sudden nice weekend where it seems like some positivity shined through the cracks, right? It was one of those moments where it's like if you saw a rose growing through concrete, would you pluck that rose or would you marvel at it, right? Yeah. And like Derek Rose said, you'd marvel at it, you know? Mm. Instead of plucking it, I chose, you know what, let's let it grow another day before we potentially ruin it with the next episode being terrible, you know?
Us at all.
Exactly. Didn't let it change us at all.
We're staying authentic.
Exactly. So we're like, fuck it, I can take off a day if I want to take off a day, fuck it. I have to do 5 days a week.
You know what's interesting?
Sue me?
You know what's interesting?
What?
That high you had yesterday.
You got it right now?
Yeah.
And you're
so
sacrificing
we're
it?
done.
And the episode's already over. It's a minute long. It's all you got, all you needed, really. Yeah. Usually what happens is the format is we talk about one thing for the first minute, and we kind of just loop around another 29 times for the next 29 minutes and kind of keep repeating ourselves in circles.
Yeah, it's pretty good formula.
So really, do we really need to record for another 29 minutes? We could just stop right here.
We could just stop right here. And then in like a half hour, we're like, oh, this would be worth talking about.
Yeah.
We'll do another
minute. I had that thought yesterday. I was sitting here and I was like, you know, maybe we should stop with the whole recording a podcast thing. Maybe just sit the microphones in our hands all day long and just stop, start, and just compile whatever random conversations happen between the day with no actual bridge or anything.
That sounds like a fun idea.
Because it's like, I'll get a lot of nice little quips in there, but then I'm out of breath. My mind needs a break. I mean, I don't want to talk for the next 22 minutes and, rejuvenate.
You know what's interesting?
Recharge my batteries,
I have those moments too, except mine aren't accompanied by like those nice little quips. Right. In between, mine are just usually like...
just also dumb things you want to say.
Yeah.
Just also stupid shit.
Yeah.
Especially, I think the one thing that I really wish... I don't know if I should be... It's a very confusing situation I'm in, right? I don't know if I should be happy about the fact that it doesn't happen on the podcast more often because it'd be funny to make fun of you for, or if I should just be happy it isn't on the podcast because the fact that it would just probably make it even more annoying to listen to. So I'm not sure which one's a better outcome, if you did or if you don't, right? Dan if you do, Dan if you don't. Mm-hmm. What I was going to say, I just talked fast there for a second.
You're making me out of breath, dude.
God
Jesus
damn.
Christ.
Slow down, Alex. Whoo! What was I
said I was at a comfortable high, and you make my heart fucking race.
I don't know, man. Fuck. What was I going to say about something?
You said you don't know if you're glad that I don't do this particular
thing?
Your
ability, your usual thing that doesn't get captured nearly enough on the podcast, which again, I'm indifferent to if it's the right.
How about we don't say the long roundabout thing?
Don't do the whole roundabout thing. Just stay on the actual linear trajectory
from A to
for
B.
once. I like going to C, man. God damn. All right, so we'll go with B. B. The point of B was that it was something. Remember that much. What were we talking about again? What was A? I know it's C. What was A?
You said, I don't know if I should be happy you don't do this.
Yes. Okay. I don't know if you should be because of the. No, I'm kidding. I don't know if I don't know if I'm happy about the fact because when we're talking off the podcast, a lot more frequently what happens is I'll say something and you respond in a complete way that's not even remotely touching base to what I just said to you. That happens like 24/7 where it's like, I'm sorry, what exactly did you hear that made you think that was the proper response? Usually on this one, I guess you commit, even though I always accuse you of not paying any attention to what I'm talking about, I guess you really commit a lot of energy.
See how hard it is? I always say how this is a hard thing to do, and it's always like, well, you don't talk as much. I'm doing a hell of a lot of listening here, pal.
But you struggle at that too. It's like, it's
dude,
marginally better.
Okay, it feels like we've been talking for 45 minutes already.
It's been 3 minutes and 45 seconds.
It's hard. I don't know what you just said.
I don't know. Who knows, really?
It's hard to listen.
It's easy to talk.
So you keep doing that thing, and I'll keep trying to do this thing.
All right, man. Seems like a pretty good balance.
You said you don't know. Oh, you're.
But no, I sacrificed. Yeah. I chose not to. I elected not to sacrifice my high yesterday in the pursuit of happiness, right? And then today, I had a similar. Earlier today, I had a nice day of what's the word What a bummer when you just can't think of it, right? When it's like the entire point revolves in that one moment, like that one like patah, but I got nothing. It's the what's the word?
High.
No, it sounds like heinous, but it's not heinous.
Heinous.
And it's a word for doing like debauchery.
Heinous. I think you're on to something with heinous.
No.
Well, heinous means bad, so.
Yeah, but like what is hedonistic?
Oh, good word.
That's the word.
That's the word. That's pretty good. You should say it more often. That's a good word.
That's pretty solid. So yeah, I was being a little hedonistic today. Okay,
it was actually
I woke up
when I said hello. I was like, whoa, there's a lot of hedonism.
I was like Val
right
Kilmer in fucking Entourage, dude. Okay, I woke up I woke up in just a pair of boxers, right? you don't usually it's like wake up, walk down a couple flights of stairs, do some things, smoke a little smoky. This one I just I didn't have to walk across. I just turned to my right. Did you guys on the motion again? I was here. I said to the right.
Wow, that's really swift.
That's to the right.
Quick, you see the quickness?
To the right.
He's trained.
Just fluid, just right to the right. Okay.
It's feathered and lethal. You just don't see it now.
You don't see it, man. And then I just took over there, and I'm like, I'm smoking a little bit. And I just started smoking a little bit. And I just did that for like, I don't know, like 4 hours straight in total darkness with the pitch black curtains and everything else, with the TV on the lowest possible setting, so the brightness is on 0, the contrast is on. It's so dull. It's on the darkest possible setting, so my eyes are like, what are you even looking at over there? It's pretty great. And I have my fans on maximum, so I'm living through the fucking oh my god, Vertical Limit. Is that the one with fucking Chris O'Donnell?
Yeah.
So I should have gone for the fucking the home run slam of mentioning snow dogs, the fucking Paul Walker thing.
I think it's
snow pups. I don't know.
I think it's snow
doggy dogs.
You should have mentioned the Cuba Gooding Jr. Snow Dog movie.
It's the same movie.
No, it's not.
It might be.
No. I think our world is just dumb enough to have 2 Snow Dog movies that are stupid.
It sounds more like that Cuba Gooding Jr. and Paul Walker are in the same.
I guarantee you, Paul Walker's not in that.
What if it's the same series of films? So what if it's like
that? I buy that. Maybe. Yeah,
what if it's like Paul Walker's in the sequel?
It is the sequel, actually. No, it was Paul Walker's movie.
I don't know. I feel like based on the time of when it came out, Cuba Gooding Jr. is probably the bigger star.
Show me the
so
puppies.
Cuba Gooding Jr. is in Snow Dog. That's what I said the first time.
Yeah. And you said Snowbuds.
Yeah, something about something. Paul Walker is not in that. Paul Walker, this is a fun part of the episode. It's called Alex Goes on His Phone and just actually reads out what he's looking at in real time. It's really, really classy stuff.
This is riveting.
It's crazy how Paul Walker just like stopped acting in 2015.
Yeah, I don't know why. He was really good.
Really promising career up until that point.
I liked his work a lot.
Yeah.
He was great in Fast.
Oh, I should have guessed. The dog, you know what? I don't care if it has a higher rating on Metascore. Okay, at least Snow Dogs gave a loose idea of what the movie was about. Why would I think 8 Below is about Paul Walker and some huskies in the Antarctic?
A hockey movie for some reason.
8 Below sounds like a porno, okay? Doesn't sound like a movie about Paul Walker.
We have 2 very different trains of thought.
Hockey?
I said it sounds like a hockey movie. And you go,
what does 8 Below have to do with hockey?
It's cold. Let's play some hockey up here, eh? I don't know.
So by that logic, it's a great title for a dog movie because
no, it's a great title for a hockey movie. You can't only play
hockey title for a hockey movie? Slapshot.
You know what's a better title for a hockey movie?
The Mighty Ducks.
No, you know what's even better than that, though? Hold on a second. No, I got going.
Right.
8 Below.
Right. No, that's a movie about dogs, actually, in the Antarctic.
You know, slap shit's actually... I said slap shit.
Slap shit. I kind of sprouted off there again for a little bit.
That's all right. Yeah, I'm kind of... Oh, I'm sorry.
Why are you talking? I thought you established earlier that you were in the whole talking thing.
I'm the listening guy. Sorry.
My point was, okay.
Yeah.
Yesterday I sacked. Shut the fuck up.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Guess what? This attempt at humor, it didn't land.
That was pretty fun. No, it's
not funny. Okay.
The first time was
the
good.
Robbie fans.
Second time, yeah.
The very few Robbie fans. I'm always talking about. They're always like, yes, finally, a moment for Robbie. Okay, that was one where they had to remove. They put a demerit instead of a star. I'm like, ooh, yikes. Robbie did not do his best there.
I disagree. I think every Robbie fan, including the biggest Robbie fan, me.
Okay? Right, that's not true at all. You're the last Robbie fan.
Fuck it. Go with yours.
What are you talking about? You're the biggest Robbie fan. You're the least Robbie fan I've ever met.
It's true. I hate myself.
Yeah, exactly. That's real. All right, that's people coming for. That's the truth. Okay, none of that phony bullshit where it's like I'm fucking awesome. You can be cool with me. No, you fucking suck, okay? And you're making me just a shitty. That's the promise of this podcast, okay? You're a piece of shit, and if you're listening to this, you specifically, Robbie. Yeah, you, Robbie, you are a piece of shit. If I'm
listening to this as in the future, if I'm listening to this?
No, anyone else who's listening.
Oh, okay.
I'm declaring here that you, Robbie, you're a piece of shit.
Yes, okay.
And there's also a chance that whoever's listening could also, in fact, be a piece of shit based on the fact that they're listening to you, the piece of shit.
So aren't you a piece of shit?
Not even. I can see why you think that. This is more like This is more like no. This is more like the journalist convict scenario where it's like I'm the person talking to the Iceman killer. You're the Iceman killer.
That was a really good analogy. That was well done.
I'm actually anything I say here is actually just in journalistic pursuits. I'm actually I can start saying some heinous things. Okay, I can start throwing out slurs if I want to because really it's my journalistic integrity. You know, it's like actually I'm trying to get a rise out of the convict before me.
You can also always just quote it to me, the convict.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I just was just. Hey, say this. You're a convict. Who cares? Your life's already ruined.
You want me to say what?
Just say it. Who fucking gives it? Who cares about continuity in this HBO series? It's fine. You can be a monster in the first one, a grandpa in the second one, and a loser in the third one. It's fine. Every time you talk about the whole Iceman killer case, we'll do it 3 times, and they're going to become worse and worse and worse.
It's really drastic. First episode, I have no sympathy whatsoever.
Second one, I love
so
Jesus
sorry.
Christ, and I'm so sorry, and it's such a pain. Third one, I'm a degenerate loser. I suck. I'm a pussy. Hey, yo, it's a woozy. I'm going to die anyway. Oh. It is pretty funny, though, when you get those guys on death row about to lose their lives, and then they're like, all right, what if I spill the beans now? And it's like, maybe you should have done that. I don't know. At any point leading up to this exact moment.
You know those times where they said, hey, I'll give you this in exchange for that? Could have said any time, man.
Could have said any time. And it's funny, I've been seeing my YouTube shorts. It's been a while since I've talked about this, but my YouTube shorts has now turned into just one of two things. Mm-hmm. One of two things, okay? Mm-hmm. The one thing is it's the criminology stuff, but only the actual part of the court ordering sentence with no prior information.
That's a good way to get information.
So I'm only getting the part in which the judge is like, hey, listen to me, okay? And he's like, fuck you. And he's like, no, listen, okay? Don't make me an enemy, son. And he's like, fuck you. And he's like, hey, listen to this. Okay, this is what I want you to think about when you're in prison, okay? You are the scum of the earth. And it's like, dude, you had to get the whole attention of the crowd to say he's the scum of the earth. And you have this fucking quote unquote civil discourse between Neanderthal 1 and Neanderthal 2 in the comments section. And it goes from one person saying like, that judge needs to be fired for talking that way to someone. And then the next person responds saying that man murdered 17 children.
It's a good comeback.
And then that person responds, there's no way to talk to someone no matter what they've done. And it's like,
that's a really bold stance.
No, and you get back
sure
and forth.
That's the hill you're gonna stand
then you get
on top
back
of?
And forth between people being like the whole entire sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. To the other side of it, where it's the only thing that even remotely affects me is words.
Yeah, they're pretty strong.
They're pretty strong about that one. They kind of took that whole entire thing and really flipped the script on its head. They're like, what if? Check this out. What if nothing? What if absolutely nothing is as bad about words? You know, that entire thing that everything is entirely based off of. Mm. The only thing that makes anything else work, the fact that we just inherently have it because people are nice enough to teach it to us, right? No one takes that into account. Imagine making up a single goddamn thing without the first understanding the words to make it up.
Yeah, that blows my mind.
It took thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years of human suffering. You're thinking that's too many thousands there, by scientifically speaking. That's not important. Okay, it's called hyperbole, right? It took years and years of human endurance. You're like, hey, this whole walking around mumbling thing hasn't been working out too well. And the guy next to him said, "What'd you just say?" And he's like, "What'd you say?"
How am I understanding you?
He's like, "What are either one of us saying? Did you say either? I thought it's either." And he's like, "No, it's either." Turned into this whole entire big thing. That's how we got where we are today.
That's crazy how it happened like
I know, just like that. It was that seamless of a thing.
That's amazing.
The other half of my YouTube short videos has been completely unrelated to the first half. You're thinking like, oh, it's maybe the information that you're not getting.
I thought that last thing you said was the second half because I don't know what happened. Somewhere in the middle there, I got so lost in that conversation. It took me a while to get back there. So those were
no. Again,
two different things.
You'd think maybe it's like, oh, so you're telling me like what you do is you get a short that shows the verdict part. And then also, too, it's like, show some respect, son. And then the guy in the who's sitting across from him is like, fuck you. And he's like, don't talk to me that way. And he's like, what, you're going to put me in jail? It's the thing. It's the thing when you realize in high school, like, your teachers can't do shit.
I never realized that, so I was a bitch the entire time.
It's the part when because it's like when the teacher's like, I'm going to report you. And it's like, to who? To what? To the principal? That guy's going through a divorce right now. What's he gonna do? Oh, you're in trouble. He's gonna tell me to fucking go cry if I go talk to him, It's just not fair. I loved her. I gave her all my best years. So the other half of my YouTube shorts, that's not a thing you hear many men say. It's true. Women get to use that quote all the time about giving away their best years. What are the men's best years?
Yeah, now he's bald and overweight.
And now he's a principal. He's got to be.
He's got a shitty mustache.
All right, if you're a vice principal, you can be that good-looking guy who's like, you could probably be on a soap opera good looking, but not like movie star good looking. But once you're the principal, you just become fat and ugly and definitely bald. Definitely bald.
It's part of the uniform.
It's part of the uniform. It's that.
You gotta respect
and then
the uniform.
Unflattering colored shirts like yellow, like mustard yellow.
Yeah, I was gonna say mustard yellow.
Too light of an olive green for any season, just really, unflattering stuff. It's like, doesn't make you look any thinner, buddy.
If anything,
and
it's really accentuates.
It'll come in with like a polo shirt, but it's like a really heavy polo shirt where they're just sweating. It's not a breathable one. It's one of those like really dense polo shirts.
That's always the color, so you can see every
exactly. It's always a light color, so you see all the sweat, and then it also has the wooden buttons that don't quite clasp into it, and the collar is always like where it's broken, where the collar has that extra bend that goes up on the side. It's like, dude, your life's falling apart, man. You really gave her I heard you, man. You really gave her your best years, dude.
You look like shit. I can't imagine how good those best years could have been.
But then the other half of it was me.
Oh, hey, dude.
Hey, you
look
like shit. The other half of it was me falling into. I was like, I'll fucking head to bed. I'm pretty tired. And then 3.5 hours passing, where I spent an entire. Again, 3.5 hours of my life just watching these three guys alternatingly, as I'm scrolling through the shorts, just walk through Mumbai and Bangalore, haggling for shirts, juices, and sneakers, and just trying to figure out how much they should pay for a cab fare. For 3.5 hours.
What?
I watched
what?
a series of three guys, all right, walk through Mumbai and Bangalore, talking about they're haggling for how much the shirt costs, what juice to get, fucking getting their sneakers fixed,
and then trying to figure out legit prices. They being like,
it's insane.
Guys, 2 cents. Drop it down by 2.
You hear this shit where the guy's like, 500 rupees for you. 500 rupees, my friend. 500 rupees, my friend. For you, 500. And he's like, 500. It's too much. Too much. I'll do 200. He's like, no. 500. He's like, no, 200. He's like, I'm gonna walk away. And the guy's like, okay. 400. He's like, 200. He's like, fine. 350. He's like, 200. He's like, 250. 200. 205. Fine. Nice. And they, right, my friend. Yeah, exactly. But then the hilarious part is as you're hearing these numbers, like, damn, $500 for a cup of juice, and then it shows the translation. One of the things I
swear
to God,
juice?
Yeah,
I thought they were trying to figure out how much the rubies cost.
Listen, no, rupees.
Rupees is the
rupees.
What the hell's rupees?
Their currency.
I thought I said rubies.
Rupees.
Where are we?
Bangalore.
Oh, okay, I forgot.
And in Mumbai.
Oh, you mean rupees? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
exactly. The currency.
I thought you said rubies.
So you're hearing this guy. He's like, he's buying a fucking. He bought a bottle of cologne from these 2 women. Selling cologne. It wrinkled my brain. I was like, wait, why don't you be selling perfume? Don't you have a brother who be selling this cologne?
He's selling the perfume actually on the street.
I don't know which way is up.
He's at the other kiosk.
So you see him buy a bottle of cologne, and then they're like, yeah, and then they're haggling on the price. You know, it's like all about haggling. I love it. It's the art of haggling, right? So he's like, all right, 1,900,756.
That's a lot
for a bottle of cologne.
I assume I have no idea what this exchange is.
Like,
but
that was $103 USD, and it's like
that's pretty reasonable.
Wait, shit, $1 million? What when you guys are buying actual things? You guys are using trillions for your shit?
That's a lot of math.
What are you guys talking about?
That's a lot of math.
That's a lot of numbers. How do you simplify this shit, man? I don't get it. And then the hilarious thing too is when you see them like these fucking guys have it where they'll have like a sign, like let's say it's a barber shop, and it'll say like local prices and tourist prices, right? But then the local prices will be like have someone have like a cardboard cutout blocking them, and they won't let the white folk come on in there and look at the price. Like, no, local price 500. And the guy's like, it says 500 for tourists. It's like local price 500. And then it's the one.
I can read.
Exactly. Like, no, you cannot.
That doesn't say tourist.
Very not true. You don't read at all. And then Samir is like fucking 20 rupees for you, and then the guy gets his cup of juice. It's a lot of juice stuff. It's like sugarcane juice, just a lot of juice stuff going on. Okay. And he's like 20 rupees for the cup, right? And then he walks over to a guy who's a local, and he's like, "How much you pay for that thing?" He's like, "Oh, 5 rupees." You know, that guy was just saying, "No, 20 rupees. That's the price for everyone." It's like, no, that's the white tax. It's pretty funny.
It fluctuates.
It's pretty funny to see. And then these guys are, and then also all 3 of these guys have the same person. They're like, I guess he duped us. And it's like, Jesus fucking Christ. You got there's 3 guys. You got Dale, who looks like an actual murderer.
Oh, nice.
And he's from Scotland, so he's all like, what is he? Hold on, he's like, Scotland's the greatest. No, hold on a second.
That was close there, dude.
Hold on. I'll get the voice in a second, okay? I'm a little amped up right now, okay? I'm a little amped up talking about these things, okay? Dale, who looks like an actual murderer, and is Scott, he's just completely, it's just black, dead behind the eyes. It's where it's like, literally, he's probably the guy who you cast in a movie to be like, this is my very stable, loving, caring boyfriend. There's nothing wrong with him. And he's dressed very nice, and he's got a great job. And then it's like this 20 minutes into the movie, he has like an extra sip of something, and he backhands her across the fucking mouth, and you're like, oh shit, that guy wasn't that good at all. He was just pretending to be good, right? That's the guy Dale.
I always catch you.
And also, just to clarify, that's not defamation. I'm just saying he looks like it. I'm not saying he is that. I'm not saying he is that. I'm not sure. He's just a Scottish guy. He's a very creepy Scottish guy. Right? That's just an opinion. I can say he's very creepy. He's very fucking creepy. He scares the fucking shit out of me, okay? He's a very creepy little man. Then you got Kurt, who looks just like a total fucking douchebag, right?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
He's exactly the default create a superstar WWE.
Oh, that douchebag.
He's that douchebag.
Gotcha.
You know, it's the fucking before you customize it, just the default, the Cody Rhodes look.
Nice.
And then he also kind of looks like
Is
he's
he
just
big like Cody Rhodes too?
No, he thinks he's gigantic. He's maybe 6'1", but he thinks he's like 6'8". But then again, when he's walking around India, he appears like he's 6'8". So I guess maybe that's why he goes to the other countries to get a power trip.
Because the exchange rate.
Because the exchange rate, yeah, it's 12 million rupees for 16 USD. It's like, this doesn't make sense. And it seems like something's not adding up here. And not to mention, too, the guy goes to this super, super nice hotel, and the guy's like, oh, yes, very nice, sir. Welcome in here. 50 rupees for the night, please. 50 rupees.
The juice was 45.
I must have been some really good juice. It was some sugarcane. And I didn't know that was a thing, sugarcane juice. That's awesome. And the guy kept saying how sweet it was. I'm like, it probably tastes a little sugary, I'd imagine. Yeah, that makes sense. And he seemed shocked by it. That was the creepy guy. The guy Dale, who's like, oh my God, this is great. His eyes are just bucking out like a lunatic.
Like Buster, and he goes,
yeah,
juice binge.
Exactly. That's exactly what it's like. Good job getting the Arrested Development reference in there, man. I appreciate that. Doing the legwork. And also, he just looks like Kurt. Looks like he's just begging for the word Führer to come back in his style by looking at him. It's just where he screams and his entire personality. I don't like the guy very much at all. And then there's this.
This is a really good. Oh, that's still the second guy.
It's the second guy.
Okay, sorry.
And the third guy is this guy Luke, who's a pretty good looking guy. You know, not good looking where it's like, no, wow, what if someone's like, oh, it's a nice looking guy, especially when you compare him to Dale, that first guy who scares my nightmares, my new sleep paralysis demon. So it's not jerk off Kurt, it's not lunatic Dale, but this nice little guy Luke, and you know,
he's got kind of eyes.
And he's not an asshole like Kurt. He seems like a genuine guy. This guy, the reason I like this guy more because most of his videos I see is him like going up to some random like food stand and being like, oh, can I try that? And then he's like, this is phenomenal. Oh, so good. Oh my God, it's good. I'm like, okay, see, that's apparently it's pretty good food, I guess. And I know that, because this guy versus weirdo Dale, who just keeps telling this one admittedly beautiful waitress how beautiful she is over and over. He's like, oh, you're very beautiful. Very beautiful. You're very beautiful. No. Very, very beautiful juice for a beautiful woman on a beautiful day. It's like, shut the fuck up, you little lunatic.
By the way, you're beautiful.
And then everyone in the comment section for that one from Neanderthal 1 to Neanderthal 2 was them going back and forth on like if he should be fucking castrated for calling a waitress beautiful, because apparently that means that he should actually be castrated. I spoiled the ending by saying it first, but yeah, apparently according to that comment section, since the fact he did in fact call her beautiful, I guess ipso facto his cock should be removed.
I mean, if the crime fits the punishment.
Yeah, right, exactly. It looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck. It's probably a duck.
Yeah, exactly.
So then next time there's Kurt, but Kurt's also a piece of shit because he fucking spells it Kurt with a K. But even though admittedly if he spelled it with a C, I'd also make fun of him for that too. It's just kind of a dumb name.
I've never even seen it with a C. That sounds way worse. I
Yeah,
feel like
pretty
you should
bad.
be giving the other guy more.
But then Luke also doesn't have an annoying voice and doesn't seem like a murderer. And he's also the only one who finds nice people somehow. Maybe because he's not a piece of shit like the other guys. He'd be the worst one. I'm really in his corner right now. Like the local folk are only nice to him. It'll be like, again, like I told you about the one where the guy says like he spends 5 rupees. Oh, so there was a fourth guy, but I don't remember his name. He was a nobody. He had like he was just so boring. He had blonde hair and he was just a douche. He was like it was like an in-betweener of all of them. Like all the worst parts of each of them, he just was an amalgamation of that. So he's not even worth talking about. But no, like the guy Luke though, he's walking around fucking, New Delhi, and he's like he'll be walking, and then some random person will be like, no, don't go that way, my friend. Very dangerous road. Very dangerous. You don't want to go that way. He's like, oh, thank you. He's like, no, of course. Have a nice day. He just walks away. And it's like, wait, it wasn't like somebody who was buying something from him. It was just a person who said, no, my friend, you don't want to go that way. And then the guy just walked away.
That's pretty nice.
And I was like, okay, so he's running into these folk who are being like, my friend, no, I'll call you an Uber. Very sorry that my bike broke down, right? Very nice guys.
And here's a coffee. I got 2 by accident.
They keep saying chai, actually. It's chai,
really?
and they're having teas over there because we're in Mumbai.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here's a tea.
Here's a chai.
Here's a chai.
God damn, dude. I just said it to you, literally.
Yeah, but then you said tea, so I didn't know if they're 2 different things. I don't know what chai is.
But then, like, that guy will have, like, a whole conversation with these people, and, like, they tell him, like, oh, yeah, no, we love America, blah, 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 blah. But then the other guys, they're walking around, and they're like, the guy Kurt, the one who looks like a douchebag WWE superstar, I think other people agree with me, because he's the one who's always getting cornered by, like, 7 guys, like, what are you doing, boy?
Trying to fight
something? What's going on, son?
There's 4 of us, and only one of you,
and it's also
my
funny,
friend.
too, because the guy who's nice only seems to be, I've only seen stuff of him in India, but the douchebag Kurt,
these guys aren't traveling together?
No.
I thought they were as a trio going
No. These are 3 different guys making the exact same content in the exact same places.
Oh, I thought this was like, hi, I'm Eric, Bill, and Steven, and we're going to travel like we do every episode.
3 different channels.
Okay.
No.
This is more interesting.
And there's also there's another guy I kept seeing who I kept just scrolling past immediately. Fuck him getting any views. It was just this sad. When it's a young guy, it's like, oh, he's traveling the world. When it's a 50-year-old man who's just out of shape, short, balding with a gross beard, you're like, you know what? Maybe you should stay home on the couch, buddy. maybe don't spread your wings and fly, you know? Or maybe clean yourself up and then go fly, you fucking degenerate.
Clean yourself.
Jesus Christ, you look disgusting. So that guy skipped past his videos. But no, the other guys, it's like, he was walking to the pyramids. All three of us saw the pyramids in different times. I'm assuming different times. Maybe it was the exact same time, but they weren't in the same video. And the first guy, the guy Luke, he sees a guy on the street.
The cool one.
Yeah, he sees a guy on the street, and the guy's like, "Oh, he's like, you're too white to be." He's like, "You gotta look more Egyptian." He tells him to give a head wrap, and he's like, "Nice, look Egyptian. No one's gonna give you any bullshit prices. You're gonna have good prices for once, right?" And he's like, "How much do I owe you?" And the guy's
Luke
like,
have like that fucking patch motions 13 where it just has
it must be
what's that shit called?
Pheromone stuff. Makes everyone nice.
Why
it
is
must
so
be
fucking nice to him?
And then the guy's like, "How much does it cost?" He's like, "You know what? Just take it, my friend."
For you, it's
right?
free.
He's like, "You seem like a nice guy. You can have it." He's like, "No." He's like, "No, it's fine." He's like, "Well, let me give you a little bit of something." He's like, "You know what? Fine." He's like, "If you want to give me something," he's like, "They're usually 50." He's like, "Take 2," and he gives him 2. So then the same pyramids, the other guy, Kurt, looks like a douchebag. The guy's like, "Oh, you want to go on the thing? Yeah, it's you got to pay me $500 to go on the scooter. So fork up some money, pal." And he's like, "No, I'll go this way." He's like, "No, you can't go that way."
Exactly.
It's just crazy, one of us, dude. These guys are just not the same end of the spectrum. Different strokes for different folks, man.
One guy gets welcomed into the culture. The other guy's ridiculed for trying.
The one thing I will give Kurt credit where credit's due. Like I said, Dale's a little creepy weirdo. It's just like, "You're so pretty. Oh my God, you're so fucking pretty."
Said to everybody.
To every woman he meets. "God damn it, you're fucking pretty."
Is this the Scottish one?
Yeah.
"Oh, I thought you were so beautiful."
He's like, "Oi, you're fucking gorgeous."
Yeah, I should have did that. You gotta roll the R when you do it.
Scotland's the greatest country. Most importantly, the deep fried Mars bar. No, Kurt, fucking douchebag, Cody Rhodes lookalike. He gets some serious pussy, which is pretty rad to see, actually. He'll just be in Cuba, like every girl's trying to fuck him. It kind of feels like the Paul Walker thing when he's two Paul Walker jokes in the same.
Wow.
Who would have thought? Fucking Paul Walker, though, it's the interview where he's talking about like what's your type? He's like, Latinas.
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh, just that," and like, "That's all you like?" He's like, that's it. And he's like, "I did pretty well being the only kid with blonde hair and blue eyes in Southern LA, man."
Yeah, it's not fair. He was like served up on a golden.
Yeah, he's like literally everyone was just like, "Ooh, what's that? That's a piece of candy. What's that?" You know.
And lucky for him, he's good looking. Unfair.
And it's kind of the same thing. This Kurt guy fucking gets major fucking girls are just like literally. He's like, "Oh, I'm being kidnapped by this beautiful Cuban girl on her. I don't know where she's taking me on the scooter." And it's everything else. And then he'll say something like very offhand, like he'll be like "Me duele en la cabeza," because the only thing I can think of right now. Which
yeah, because that's what they talk. In,
yeah, "Me duele en la cabeza." I mean, you know.
That's not Spanish.
That was Spanish.
That's my point.
What do you think they speak in Cuba?
I thought we were in Bangladesh.
Oh, we left that. We're talking about a guy in Kirk getting Cuban bitches.
Oh yeah, we're on Paul Walker. I forgot.
Yeah, Paul Walker's in Cuba getting hot.
I'm really not
snatch.
doing good with that listening thing.
Not at all, man.
I'm really struggling today.
So, but then like I said, Dale's just telling girls, "You're so fucking pretty. Oh my God, you're pretty." And you got this guy, and then Luke's just keeping to himself though. He probably gets some good girls. Maybe he's more there for the good food and the sightseeing, you know. Which I appreciate.
Good foods.
Loves the foods. And he's also the one who gets diverse shit. Everyone else I've only seen get juice. And one guy fucking he got this version of their ice cream, the Scottish one. He was like, "Is that ice cream? Is that ice cream? I love some ice cream. What is this?" And then the guy's like, whatever the word was for almond flavor. He's like, "Almond, oh, it's almond, is it? Almond, it's almond, is it? Oh, let me have some almond." And he's like, "Oh, it tastes more like saffron than almond. Maybe it's a little bit of both, almond and saffron. Little almond and saffron."
The fuck is saffron?
The name of fucking yoga instructors, bro.
Huh?
I said the name of hot yoga instructors is what I know it to be. I don't know what the fuck saffron actually is. I can never pull it out of my ass and be like, "Oh yeah, this tastes like saffron." No fucking idea. Maybe it's big in Scotland. Oh, big in Scotland is saffron. I am predicting the only way this can possibly end is in some gigantic fight to the death, big feud between the three who can dominate the market between Luke, Dale, and Kurt. And then you have those other weirdos. Like I said, there was some other guy who was like just a little chunky boy who I feel like was paying the fucking clearly prostitute whores to come talk to him. It's admittedly fair, you know, because I'll be honest, the guy Kurt, he's getting girls who very well could be prostitutes. However, they're not necessarily making it very clear they're prostitutes.
Oh.
The other guy I've seen, I scroll past like 5 of his videos, he's getting prostitutes. You know what I mean by that? One of them's getting girls who could be prostitutes, and one's getting prostitutes. And I feel like he's also paying them to even show him attention in the video because he's really awkward and he's also like walking around with bodyguards like who the fuck he thinks he is. Nice. So like, I don't know. It is kind of crazy that when you see these girls in Cuba be like, you want me to jerk you off?
Wow, they're a lot friendlier than they are
yeah, a lot north. Friendlier. Now that's what led me to believe they might be prostitutes. I'm not sure.
The overall
they could be really friendly. But then they say stuff like, "So you taking me to the club? We're gonna. What do you? How much money do you have in your wallet?" And it's like, "I thought you were gonna jerk me off. Why are you asking how much money's in my wallet? I thought you were gonna jack me off and I could go on my merry way. I could just come all over your hand and then leave. You want me to pay you? I could have stayed in America for that. Why did I came to Cuba?" But I am predicting it's going to be, like I said, a fight to the death to see who can reign supreme, Kurt might have the advantage for the pretty girls, but Luke seems sweet. However, I do think that Luke and Dale may just, must just be banned from the non-Indian country since Kurt's everywhere in Mumbai, nothing else. So I feel like maybe they should split off into territories where, like, maybe Kurt, since he gets all the hockey, he can stay in the whole Latin America area since they seem to love him.
That makes sense. Stick with your
market. Luke, since he seems to really enjoy that Indian food, the Indian cuisine, he can just stay in India, And maybe Dale can go back to Scotland and never be seen again and never, ever upload another fucking video. And most importantly, the deep fried Mars bar. And like I said, there's also that one random guy. Also, everyone's getting robbed all the time, which is pretty funny.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Like the guy Kurt constantly gets surrounded because he looks like an asshole. He's begging for trouble. And he'll be walking on the beach, and like 7 guys will surround him and say, "You want to buy a fucking coconut?" And he'll be like, "I'll buy one." And they'll be like, "All right, you will buy one." And he'll buy one. He's like, and then he'll walk away. He's like, "Didn't really want a coconut, but it's just easier to buy it from him." It's like, Jesus Christ, Kurt. He's like, "It's not even a good fucking coconut."
I don't even like coconuts. I'm allergic.
I don't even like coconut. I'm like, drink it, bitch.
I don't want to.
And then, so there's a lot of guys buying. Also, they go to these markets and they're like, "Do you have?" It's funny too. They keep saying, "Is this like real?" So they're like, "Oh, you're selling polo shirt? Like, is this real?" I'm like, "Is this real?" And like, "Yeah, very, very real." Like, "Is it actually?" He's like, "Yes." He's like, "Is it really?" He's like, "No, not real."
Wait, what? It is real. I promise.
It's very real. I promise. It's very, very real. I promise.
Did you say no? No, I don't think so.
No, I did not. And then on top of that too, they'll be like, it really is fun seeing them haggle. I went through a while back where I was seeing tons of videos of just like the negotiating for jewels. In New York, like on the, like,
those are cool.
Wow, this emerald, let's do 3,500 a carat. Let's do 12,000 flat. All right, shalom, right? Shake the hand, blah blah blah. It's much funnier when it's not in American dollars, like I said, and you're hearing some guy barter. The one thing I said, it was like the guy was selling a cup of it was kind of like a burrito bowl almost, like with some shit in it, right? And it was like on like lettuce bed or whatever. And picture like let's say fine. Let's just change it to something that's more relatable. Let's just pretend it's a fucking cheeseburger, a box of cheeseburger and fries. And you get a Coke.
Yep.
What are you paying for that?
Well, I like around $12.
All right, let's just say it's like $8, right?
Okay.
Let's just say it's $6. Okay.
Well, I was going to say, but I figured we were thinking about a bigger place.
So
like
$6 is like 500 rupees. Okay. So the guy's like $6, and you're like, "What? No, it's way too much money. I'm not paying that." Not paying that, and then because you're hearing it's like $500, $500 for a burger is crazy, and like I'm paying 50. The guy's like, "No, not 50," and then he's like 50. He's like 400, 50, 300, 50, 200, 50.
The guy is not from the country. He thinks he's saying 500. He's arguing for 50 as in 50 of his dollars.
No, he keeps saying I'm going to pay 50 rupees. That guy's asking for 500 rupees, and he's asking for 50. And I understand that the exchange. I understand that he's being swindled, but he's going to be asked to pay more because they're trying to grift him.
Yeah.
I get that. But then when you see the exchange rate, you see people in the comments saying, "Bro, you really couldn't pay." You haggled them down from $4.53 to $1.67.
Oh, Jesus,
that's a lot of food. You couldn't pay more than $1.67 for a burger and fries and a Coke. It's fucking crazy. And again, I get they're trying to get the best prices. It's like, bro, at some point, stop haggling. Just say yeah.
Just say yeah.
Fuck it, cry. And then you know what is pathetic though? The guy Dale too. There might have been a 7th guy. I'm just blending it. Maybe I am shaming. There's one guy I saw who just like really shamed this one guy doing business. Like, very, very naughty business. Very bad business you're doing here, my friend. I don't know. He didn't sound like that. He sounded more like me. But he fucking he was saying that, and he was saying because the guy was saying like this thing. These motherfuckers do this a lot. They constantly will be like. They'll be like, "Oh, you want services?" And they'll be like, "How much?" And he's like, "You want service?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, but how much will it cost?" And he's like, "You want shoes cleaned?" And he's like, "Yes, but how much I'll clean your shoes." He's like, "But how much will it cost?" And the guy's like, "I'm cleaning your shoes." And he's like, "Okay, how much does it cost?" And the guy's like, "Hold on, I'm cleaning your shoes."
I can't answer you.
And then afterwards, he'll be like, "So now you owe me $5,000.
But I didn't want you to clean my shoes.
Exactly, and you never agreed upon a price. And then but this one video, the guy he's like, "No, bad. That's very bad business. That's very bad business you're doing. You're a very dishonest man. You are very dishonest. That's a very dishonest, shady business practices, sir.
Get out of here, shit.
I'm not paying you that. He's like, I'm not paying you. That's very. I'll pay you. And the guy's like, please, please, please. I have 7 children. No money. I need to feed family, right? And the guy's like, that's besides the point.
Okay.
He's like, no, listen, okay, that's bad. That's dishonest business, okay? I will pay you the proper amount for what the services you've done, and then we can talk about maybe I'll give you money for your situation. But the situation does not cause how much you charge me to get my shoes cleaned.
And honestly, you did a pretty shitty job.
No, the guy did a phenomenal job. The shoes looked brand new. He was walking around a desert for 3 weeks. The shoes looked like fresh out of the box when they were done.
Jesus.
And also, again, keep in mind, 5,000 rupees is like $16.
Wow.
And he's like, fuck you. I'm giving you $1.67, not a penny fucking more. All right? Then you give me your shitty little sob story, and we'll see how much scraps I can throw your fucking way. And he walks around too, and then he walks away too, and the guys are always like, these scumbags. It's fucking despicable behavior. You're going into their country and you're bartering. And it's like, I can understand bartering in like, for like, when you're in the markets, but then when it's a guy in the sun who's serving you the freshest juice you've ever had, and it's like mango, pineapple, sugarcane, fucking dragon fruit, passion fruit, strawberry, blackberry, raspberry, freshly squeezed juice,
5,000
rupees. And so again, you're paying $3.37. And you're like, no,
I'll pay 10.
No, I'm not paying $3. That's ridiculous.
For this shit.
For this delicious, hand-pressed, phenomenal juice. Fuck that. No way! $3? It's a 12-ounce cup. $3 for freshly pressed juice.
My ass.
I'll give you $1.12 maybe. And the hilarious part too, after they barter for the drink in the one video, which was like all those amazing juices and blah blah blah. And the guy also says, "Whoa, that's good," but then refuses to pay for it. Pretty much. The best part about it, though, the guy just keeps saying "my friend" to him.
Yeah.
The guy then takes the rest of the juice and then gives him the second bit of the refill for his cup.
Oh, nice.
Because more juice came out than the cup could hold. So instead of just taking, he's like, all right, well, fine, give me the $1. Here's the rest of it. And it's like, dude, give him the $3. It's $3.
What a scumbag.
Help the economy. And then another guy too was like asking him for. He's like, do you have he's like, I'll give it to you for free. Do you have currency from your country? He's like, I have a collection. And he's like, oh, like a United States dollar? No, I don't. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't. Thanks for the free cup of coffee. And just like dips. I'm like, whoa.
Dude, that crushed my dreams. You know that guy has that fucking piece of shit.
You're a scumbag piece of shit. Yeah, that was my YouTube suggestions for 3 hours. Instead of, going to bed tired, I just stared at my phone and just really got immersed in what goes on in the day-to-day between Mumbai and everything else. I learned a lot. And I decided that again, I'm really pulling for that Luke guy, and I'm really, really, really hoping for the absolute demise of those two Kurt and fucking Dale guys. You know which one I hate more? The fucking douchebag or the little fucking Dahmer? But, I don't know. I'm really pulling for that Luke guy.